The chamber of the Galactic Alliance was filled with quiet laughter. Hundreds of alien leaders sat in floating seats made of light and metal. They had gathered to see Earth's newest weapon. A weapon humans called a prototype. On the wide platform in the center, the machine stood alone. It was tall but simple. No glowing blades. No massive cannons. No terrifying energy storms around it. Some aliens whispered to each other. Others laughed openly. One commander from a proud warrior race leaned forward and spoke. "So this is Earth's great invention." More laughter followed. Another alien said the weapon looked like broken scrap. Someone else called it a toy made by children. The word primitive echoed through the chamber. At the edge of the platform, a single human soldier stood in silence. His armor was plain. His helmet was under his arm. He did not smile. He did not argue. He simply watched. The human had been ordered to stay quiet. Earth did not want conflict today. They wanted acceptance. They wanted to show they belonged among the stars. But the aliens only saw weakness. As the council continued mocking the weapon, a warning light blinked softly on the machine. No one noticed at first. The sound of laughter was too loud. Then the light blinked again, faster this time. A low hum filled the air. The human soldier's eyes narrowed. He recognized the sound. He took one step forward. Before he could speak, a sharp alarm rang out. Red symbols flashed across the platform. The prototype was unstable. Alien guards shouted orders. Engineers panicked. Leaders rose from their seats. The laughter died instantly. An automated voice echoed through the chamber. Core overload in 30 seconds. Fear spread faster than sound. Aliens rushed toward exits. Guards pulled commanders away. No one wanted to be near the human machine anymore. That was when it happened. A small figure stood frozen near the edge of the platform. An alien child. Too young to understand danger. Too small to run fast enough. The child's eyes were wide with fear. The alarms were loud. The lights were blinding. The child could not move. The countdown continued. 20 seconds. The human soldier saw the child. Everyone else was running away. No one noticed the child left behind. The soldier hesitated for a single breath. His orders were clear. Retreat. Survive. But his eyes stayed on the child. 15 seconds. The blast radius expanded on the warning screens. The platform shook. Energy cracked through the air. Alien guards shouted for the human to move back. They pointed weapons at him. They screamed in fear. The human did not listen. Instead of running, he moved forward. Each step was calm. Each step was steady. 10 seconds. The child finally looked at the human. Their eyes met. Fear met resolve. The human removed his helmet and dropped it to the floor. He ran. Not away from the explosion, but toward it. 5 seconds. The chamber fell silent. Every being stopped to watch. The human reached the child and pulled them close. He turned his body, placing himself between the child and the glowing machine. 3 seconds. Energy built like a star being born. The human closed his eyes. His arms wrapped around the child. 2. No one laughed anymore. 1. The light consumed everything. The explosion did not end the story. It only changed its direction. As the blinding light spread through the chamber, many believed the human was gone. Aliens covered their eyes. Some fell to the floor. Others waited for silence. But inside the burning glow, the human soldier still stood. His body shook. His armor cracked. Yet his feet did not move. Moments earlier, his life had flashed through his mind. He remembered Earth. A blue world filled with noise and struggle. A world that had always been underestimated. Just like him. He was not a hero by choice. He was trained to follow orders. To protect his people. To stand when others could not. The prototype weapon behind him was never meant to destroy cities. That was the truth Earth never shared. It was built to absorb energy, to contain force, to protect life. But no one in the galaxy cared to ask. The soldier remembered the day aliens laughed at the design. They called it weak. Too simple. Too human. Earth engineers stayed silent. They believed actions spoke louder than words. As the energy rushed toward him, the prototype activated its true function. Invisible fields formed around the human. Not strong enough to save him fully, but enough to slow death. The alien child felt warmth instead of pain. Small hands clutched the human's armor. The child cried. Confused but alive. Outside the light, alien leaders watched in shock. Their sensors showed strange readings. The blast was being contained, not exploding outward. "This is impossible," one commander whispered. "No weapon should behave like this." The countdown had reached 0. Yet the chamber still existed. The platform remained standing. The walls were cracked but not destroyed. Slowly, the light faded. Smoke filled the air. The alarms fell silent. Only the sound of falling metal could be heard. At the center of the platform, a figure lay still. The human soldier. His armor was burned. His body motionless. The alien child was alive. Shielded beneath him. Shaking but unharmed. Guards approached carefully. Weapons raised. Hearts pounding. No one spoke. A medical drone hovered over the human. Scanning. Pausing. Scanning again. Then it stopped. A single word appeared on the display. Alive. Shock moved through the chamber like a wave. Some aliens stepped back. Others leaned forward. The human had taken the full force of the blast. Something no alien body could survive. Yet his heart still beat. The prototype powered down. Its job complete. Silent once more. The child slowly crawled out from beneath the human. Looking back at him. Small hands touched the burned armor. The child made a soft sound. A word in their own language. A word that meant protector. Alien leaders exchanged uneasy looks. This was not what they expected. This was not weakness. For the first time, they questioned their judgment. For the first time, they saw humans differently. As emergency lights activated, and medical teams rushed forward, one truth became clear. The human did not stand between the blast and the child by accident. He chose to. And that choice was about to change how the galaxy saw Earth forever. The medical teams moved quickly across the damaged platform. Alien doctors and drones surrounded the human soldier. Their scanners struggled to understand his biology. His heartbeat was weak but steady. The alien child stayed close, refusing to move away. Small eyes fixed on the human's still face. Energy readings around the platform began to rise again. Not from danger, but from the prototype itself. The machine was not finished. Engineers watched in confusion as the weapon powered back on. Not glowing with threat, but with calm blue light. "This makes no sense," an alien scientist said. "The core already discharged." Yet the sensors told a different story. The prototype was responding to the human. Linked to him. Activated by his choice. Inside the human's fading awareness, his mind drifted. He was not fully awake. Not fully gone. He felt pressure. Heat. Pain. But beneath it all, he felt something else. Stability. The prototype adjusted its field, shaping itself around the human's body, supporting broken armor, holding shattered bones in place. The weapon was not a weapon anymore. It was a guardian. Alien leaders watched in stunned silence. This was not technology built for conquest. This was technology built around sacrifice. The child reached out and touched the human's hand. At that moment, the human's fingers moved. Just slightly. Gasps filled the chamber. "He's responding," someone said. The prototype reacted instantly. Energy flowed inward instead of outward, feeding the human, keeping him alive. Data streams flooded alien systems, revealing the truth Earth had hidden. The prototype required a human operator, one willing to stand in harm's way. Without fear, without escape. The weapon did not function through commands. It functioned through intent. No alien species had designed anything like this. Their weapons protected the user first, destroyed the enemy second. Human design was different. The human soldier had not activated the prototype by accident. He had completed it. As minutes passed, the chamber stabilized. Fires were extinguished. Structural damage sealed itself. The platform was safe. The human was lifted gently onto a medical platform. The prototype powered down beside him. Silent and obedient. Alien commanders gathered. Their voices low. Their confidence shaken. One human did this, one said. With his own body. Another replied. They laughed at this machine. The child stood before them, pointing at the human. Then at the prototype. A simple gesture. A clear message. Protector. The medical scanners beeped again. The human's vitals improved. Slowly. Steadily. Against all odds. The prototype had rewritten its own purpose. No longer judged by appearance. No longer mocked. It had proven something far more dangerous than power. Meaning. The alien leaders realized the truth too late. This human had not saved the child to prove a point. He had done it because that was who he was. And if one human could do this, what could an entire species do? The laughter from earlier echoed in their memories, now heavy with shame. Because the sacrifice they witnessed was not weakness. It was strength refined by choice. And the galaxy was no longer ready to face what humanity truly was. Time passed slowly inside the Galactic Alliance chamber. The fires were gone. The alarms were silent. Only emergency lights filled the space with a soft glow. The human soldier lay still on the medical platform. Machines monitored his breathing. His heartbeat echoed softly through the room. Alien leaders watched from a distance. No one laughed now. No one spoke with pride. Then it happened. The human's fingers twitched. Just a little. Barely noticeable. A medical drone paused its scan. Its lights changed color. He's waking, it announced. A wave of tension spread through the chamber. Guards tightened their grip on weapons. Commanders leaned forward. The human's eyes slowly opened. Vision blurred. Breathing heavy. The first thing he saw was light. Not harsh. Not painful. Then shapes. Shadows. Movement. He tried to sit up. Pain rushed through his body. Medical restraints held him gently in place. "Do not move," a calm alien voice said. The human turned his head. Confusion filled his eyes. He searched the room. Then he saw them. Rows of alien soldiers stood across the chamber. Warriors from different species. Tall, armored, powerful. Every one of them was on one knee. The human blinked. Certain he was dreaming. The alien child stood near the front. Safe. Alive. The child saw the human awake and made a small sound. A sound of relief. A sound of joy. An alien commander stepped forward. His armor scratched. His voice steady but changed. "You stood when no one else did," the commander said. "You protected what was not yours." The human tried to speak. His voice weak. "I just saw a child," he whispered. The words moved through the chamber like thunder. The commander lowered his head. A gesture of respect. "We misjudged your kind," he said. "We mocked your creation. We were wrong." One by one, the other leaders followed. Heads bowed. Weapons lowered. The kneeling army remained silent. Not ordered. Not forced. They chose to kneel. The human looked at the prototype resting nearby. Its surface cracked. Its power low. Yet calm. "That machine," the commander continued. "It did not fail. It revealed us." The human closed his eyes for a moment. Exhausted. Overwhelmed. Medical teams worked quickly. stabilizing his body, repairing what they could. The child stepped closer, placed a small object in the human's hand, a simple symbol of thanks. The human's fingers closed around it. Tears filled his eyes. Outside the chamber, the news spread fast. Across fleets, across worlds. The story was no longer about a weapon. It was about a choice. Alien commanders issued new orders. Earth forces were no longer treated as weak or unimportant. They were treated as equals. The human rested back on the platform, listening to the quiet room. For the first time since arriving among the stars, humanity was not being laughed at. They were being honored, and the galaxy would never see them the same way again. The days that followed changed the course of the galaxy. What happened in the Alliance chamber could not be hidden. Recordings spread across star systems. Aliens watched the human stand before the blast. They watched him protect a child not his own. They watched an army kneel. The laughter that once filled the chamber was gone, replaced by silence and respect. The human soldier recovered slowly. His body was strong, but the scars remained, marks of fire and sacrifice. When he was finally able to stand, representatives from many worlds came to see him, not to judge, but to learn. They asked why he did it, why he did not run, why he chose pain over safety. The human gave a simple answer: because someone had to. That answer was recorded, shared, remembered. The prototype was rebuilt, not redesigned, not upgraded. It did not need to be. Alien engineers studied it carefully. They learned its secret was not power, but purpose. The machine was renamed, no longer called a weapon. It became known as the Guardian Frame, a symbol of Earth's way of war. Protect first, strike last. New treaties were signed. Earth was given a voice equal to the oldest empires, not because of fear, but because of trust. The alien child returned home, safe, forever changed. Stories were told on their world, about a human who stood like a wall, about arms that blocked fire, about a species that valued life above pride. The child grew, and one day joined their people's defense force, carrying the lesson forward. On Earth, the soldier's name became legend, not carved into statues, but spoken in quiet respect. He returned to service, not as a weapon, but as a reminder. Whenever humans faced doubt, whenever they were mocked or underestimated, this story was told. They laughed at us, until they needed us. The galaxy learned something important that day. Humans do not seek glory. They do not kneel easily. But when a life is in danger, they will stand. And when humanity stands together, even the stars take notice. The Guardian Frame now stands in the Alliance Hall, silent, watching, not as a threat, but as a promise, that wherever there is darkness, humanity will step forward, not to destroy, but to protect. And that is why the army knelt.